Most vernacular Scottish buildings look as if they are built entirely of stone or stone and lime mortar. Although they do make use of these materials, they are mostly built of another entirely natural material that is one of the most renewable and sustainable building materials available. It is widely used, but often hidden behind stone cladding and lime mortar. That material is earth.
Many people don't realise that the tradition in Scotland is very much a clay-built material rather than a stone building. We have lots of stone-constructed buildings in Scotland using earth mortars, but we also have buildings which are made entirely of earthen material.
At Priorslyne, beneath this somewhat incongruous temporary structure, lies perhaps Scotland's most surprising Category A listed building.
We're here at the moment down in Priorslyne, which is in Dumfries and Galloway, and what we've got here is the typical earth construction. We've got the good hat and the good pair of boots. We've got the stone plinth that carries the earth walls up, and we've got these timber crux which take the full weight of the roof and carry that weight right down to the stone plinth. So these external earthen walls don't in fact carry any great load. And you can see in the wall the construction technique where we have this layer of straw and then a new layer of earth built up on top of that one. In Scotland, it's all to do with the indigenous materials that are around and what the materials that people will construct with. The materials for these traditional vernacular buildings are going to be found very close to the construction site. In most cases, you're looking at 500 yards around the building. You wouldn't want to import huge amounts of material in. You didn't have the transport, didn't have the wherewithal to actually do that. So they needed to look to try and use local materials and to use them in a very clever way.
If we were to embark on a journey across Scotland during the boom years of earthen construction, we would find a whole range of styles, the character of each building dependent on local geology and available source material. People used whatever was at hand. In Spey, clay and boule construction used thick beds of earth mortar mixed with vegetation to solve the problem of building with boules or round stones. Despite appearances, black houses are surviving examples of a vernacular earth construction. People think of black houses as being stone-built. They are in fact only stone-clad. The core is of earth. Some of the best surviving examples of earthen buildings are to be found across the treeless landscapes of the Western Isles. Earth construction makes use of our most fundamental material. Robust, sustainable and practical, it can also be inspirational.
If I was to describe something that uses local materials, is aerodynamically shaped into the prevailing winds, is highly insulated, has very small openings in it, small windows, small doorways, has partition height screens within the building, a single heat source. We might perhaps be talking about a sustainable house for the future, but in actual fact that is the black house, and that's the construction technique that's used for these black houses. And again, that's what we should be learning in terms of the future, in terms of how we construct our buildings.